Did you know that you have best times to study, or that you can plan for those best study times? Also, did you know that your best study times may not be the same as somebody else, even your roommate or a sibling? As I've walked around campus, there are many times that I hear some things that people say and it just makes me cringe. For instance, I was up all night working on that project. I was in the lab until the sun came up. I never did get to go to bed. And their lamentations and their complaining are not badges of courage to those who teach and promote student success. They're merely follies or lack of preparation, a lack of coordination, and a lack of planning. What they are is a lack of a good plan that is really going to be identified and be able to be personalized to meet their learning style. Experts vary on their advice or the best time to study or time frames to study. However, generally it's anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour. The best amount of time, however, is the quantity that's going to work best for you. To figure out your effective time span, ask yourself, do I accomplish more at a specific time of day, morning, afternoon, evening? Do I study best with distractions? How much time passes while I am studying before I start getting antsy or lethargic? Do subject matters change or require different study lengths? For instance, can I read for a longer amount of time than I can need for writing a paper? Or maybe you may want to ask yourself, can I sit still longer while reading than I can sit still longer while writing? What is the best studying position for you? Do you like to sit at a desk, a table, at a chair with a laptop propped up on your lap, or maybe even laying on the floor? What lighting works best for you? Are there specific times of the day when your environment is more conducive to studying, meaning do you have roommates or people that are noisier at certain times of the day, which are going to inhibit you from being able to study? As you ponder on each of these questions, I want you to keep a record. You don't have to have a fancy workbook journal, even just a dedicated page in your journal or your planner is really going to help you out. Because what you want to do is simply jot down a few notes on a post-it note and track your efficiency for a period of time. I really tracked mine for just 2 weeks. During this time, I recorded my impressions and realizations on Post-its and 3x5 cards. And at the end of the 2 weeks, I read through everything I had recorded, and here's what I learned. First, my most efficient studying time or learning time is going to be early in the morning and early in the evening, but my best inspirations and aha moments come when I'm driving or just before I fall asleep when my mind is less distracted. I prefer to learn at a table for some activities, like writing, but I prefer to sit in a chair when I'm reading from a textbook. I retrain very, very little when I have distractions and noise. I prefer natural light, but I don't study well outside because I'm quickly distracted by everything. I prefer also to study in approximate 30-minute increments, and then I like to take a break to rejuvenate myself. So based on my ideas, think about how and why things might work best for you. So as you're also studying, remember that you also need to take a break and reset your mind. So what kinds of breaks are most effective in resetting my mind? Again, I did the same exercise as we talked about in the last slide. I tracked the items which were most helpful in getting my mind to relax and refocus on the task at hand. I prefer to get into a change of environment. I like to move around. So when at home, I'm going to walk my dog. It might just be a quick walk around the block, or I might do a short household responsibility like rotating laundry. That's going to reset my mind. A quick snack is also going to help. My favorite is usually apples with peanut butter and honey. Sometimes a change of scenery. I just get up and move to another chair. So here's some other ideas. Make a change of environment, maybe going to a library or be outside. Get off campus or out of the house. Make a mental change of scenery, like read a magazine or a novel. Check out social media, but set a timer, otherwise you might get a little too carried away, right? Exercise, find a stress relief, get a drink of water, have a snack. Applaud yourself also for what you have accomplished.